Hello YouTubers, and today I am going to be reviewing every single 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. I'm going to be going through every single one of these. My god, this is possibly the stupidest thing I've ever done. Oh well, let's get on with it. Okay, so here we have the 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver in its box. Now, this is the second release of it. The first release was pretty much identical to this one, except batteries were not included in the box, and it had a blue background rather than a red. However, I couldn't find the blue one. I could only find the one with the red background and that, but the screwdrivers itself are exactly the same. So it says here at the top 6 plus, rather than 5 plus, which all the other Sonic screwdrivers see. And it says, highly detailed, authentic replica, featuring UV pen and UV light write and reveal hidden messages, slide out sonic wave emitter, button activate light, and 2 authentic sound effects. And at the bottom it just says, got to Sonic Screwdriver, and here we have a picture of the 9th Doctor. Same information on the side, and you can see Galaxy in Sector 4, and you can see on there, and on all the sides, battery information on the bottom. And on the back, we pretty much get a little bio on the Sonic Screwdriver, and you can read this in your own time. So let's get out of Xbox and look at the actual Sonic. Okay, so here we have the 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, and as you can see, it is a cream colour like the actual prop was, and there's very faint crackling on there, although it is incredibly hard to see. It is very faint. I mean, this was back in 2005, so, you know, that was back then. Also, the blue trim, if I just get a 10th Doctor Sonic, you can see on this one, it's a lot lighter on all the later releases compared to this one. And if we extend it out, it's not quite the same smooth action you get on later ones. It's a little jittery. But if you slide up all the way to the top, you can see here the black helix, which is meant to represent the black and red wires. And you can see the emitter here with all the nice little designs, and the flat dome, which should actually be protruding out a bit more, and it is a bit larger, although it is designed to be a kid's car in that, and it wasn't really the collector's thing back then. You can see the end cap here, which is detailed quite nicely. You can see vents and that, but this is also a pen ink nib, as you can see just there, and this just pokes back on. But also, the big thing about this Sonic is it features lights and sound effects. So, to activate the sound effects when it's fully closed, press the button on the bottom. And when you actually do this, you will hear one of 2 Sonic Screwdriver sound effects. So, if you press it, so as you can see, the LED is purple, and in the show, obviously, it's blue, but this is because of the UV ink and UV pen feature, where you can write and reveal hidden messages. And as you can hear, the Sonic Screwdriver sound effects for the original 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver are a little bit muted and sound a little bit different from later releases, if I just compare. And here's a 10th Doctor one. To activate the sound effects in fully open mode, push the slider all the way right to the top, and then press the button on the top. Of course, this isn't how it works in the show, and the button is actually on the slider. And if you actually go into Google and look at some promotional images of the prototype of this Sonic and some of the original blueprints, that the toy was originally going to have the button on the slider. Unfortunately, that was done away with. You can also remove this end cap and swap it out for a UV ink one, where you can shine your sonic screwdriver on the invisible ink to write and reveal your hidden messages. Though this was a gimmick, and frankly I think they played the gimmick way too long, and there was no real way to buy these ink nibs. The only place you can actually buy them singularly is on Couch Options website for £4 each. £4 each. That is pretty expensive actually, and it's delivery on top of that, so I don't know how much it'll be altogether. But anyway, let's go on to the next. So here we have the 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver version 2. So this was the 3rd release of it. The packaging was exactly the same as the previous one. And pretty much the sonic screwdriver itself is identical. Same sound effects, except now it's more the David Tennant ones, which we used later, and same purple LED and same UV ink nib gimmick. Pretty much the exact same sonic screwdriver all over again, except this time the crackling has been added to the sonic screwdriver, which is great. And just to prove that it is very, very similar to the Day of the Doctor one, though not quite the same. So, there you go. It is very similar, but not quite the same. So, this was more accurate. It had the crackling and that, and it just overall looked and felt better. I only actually got one of these very recently. It was very, very hard to try and obtain it, and it didn't come with a slider, so I tried my best to grab a spare slider and try and match the colour as best as I could. So anyway, that's the original 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdrivers from 2005 and I think early 2006 as well, possibly. But anyway, let's get on to the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdrivers. Whoa, 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 we're gonna be here quite a while. Yeah. So, let's begin. So, here we have the most generic of the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdrivers. This happens to be the End of Time version, though this was released several times. If you check out one of my earlier videos, I actually did review this and go over the box. I now have 2 of them, so I won't bother going through the box since I already went over it in a previous video. So, pretty much the same thing again. Same sound effects and everything. And they are activated in the same way, except this time the handle has been painted grey. So if we just compare the two, so you can see the 9th Doctor Sonic on the left and on the right, and the 10th on the left, and yeah, pretty similar in most ways. So this is obviously the grey, and this is pretty much, they released their sonic screwdriver exactly the same for Series 2 in 2006, and then in Series 3 they packaged it with psychic paper, but then with Series 4 they did something extra special. So this is the sonic screwdriver and sonic pen set, and as you can see from first looks and first glance and yada yada yada, it looks pretty much identical to the previous version, apart from the sonic pen, which I'll just go over briefly. So the dome isn't accurate. It looks sort of like the TARDIS lantern, but the rest of it looks pretty nice. And as you can see, it has a blue LED for the sonic pen, and So what they decided to do with the sonic screwdriver is they kept the black ink nib at the bottom. However, it now has a blue LED. Hooray! So this was great. Finally, they'd incorporated a blue LED. However, that was only for this one release. This is the only sonic screwdriver that has ever been released up until a certain point, which I'll go over to later, that has a blue LED and the correct sound effects. So anyway, let's just take a look at some minor variants that I have. So this is another 10th Scottish sonic screwdriver that I have without the slider, because that slider was used on this sonic screwdriver here. So I took that one off and used brown shoe polish to try and make it look like the slider it should be. So this one has a purple LED, but and this is a good point to show you how to change the batteries. So you pop up the slider here and you unscrew the screw, which will then allow you to remove the slider like this, and then you can simply pull it off, remove this panel, and there you go, there are the batteries. So but if you buy one of these 10th Scottish sonic screwdrivers or 9th Scottish sonic screwdrivers today, you won't need to worry about that because they are actually pre-installed in the device. So, a brief history note check. After they released the fantastic one with the correct sound effects and blue LED, they released the End of Time one, which went back to the UV ink nib gimmick. And then, many years later, for the 50th anniversary, and that they decided to release the 10th Scottish sonic screwdriver in the re-released Wave 1, which looks identical to this, except that it had a purple LED, but with no UV ink nib or anything. So, but then Wave 2 came along, and we got this, which is the 10th Scottish sonic screwdriver from Wave 2. And it does look exactly the same, and it includes the same information. I went over the box in previous videos, but here's another one, which is from the BBC shop, actually, and these are sold in packets just like this for £3. Just £3, so it's actually a really good deal, and I think they've still got some on their website. And I ended up buying, oh, there's another one. So anyway, with this BBC shop version, that there are two versions of, just so you know, I'll get more into that later. But this version, the more common one, is exactly the same as the Wave 2 one. So the Wave 2 version looks exactly the same as all the previous versions, just so you know. However, this time we get a reiteration of the blue LED. However, as you can hear, these sound effects are incorrect and are actually the classic series sound effects used in sonic screwdrivers, such as the War Doctor sonic screwdriver and also the Wavepoint 5, 3rd and 4th Doctor sonic screwdriver. So that is a bit of a shame. However, there are more Sonics to come. So here I have 1, 2, 3 more versions of the exact same BBC shop sonic screwdriver. However, this time, the end cap is glued on all of these later releases, by the way. This time, the sonic screwdriver has been released with a blue LED, but the correct sound effects. Now this is great, however, there's no guarantee that you will actually get this one. When you order it on the website, you don't know which one you're going to get. This one is a bit harder to get than the other one. I don't know if it's a 50-50 chance, it's whatever one they send you. But again, they're £3, so if you want one of these ones, which was also included in the Sonic pen set in its original release, then this is pretty much the closest you're going to get. The only thing is you don't have the pen nib, but who really cares? So yeah, that's all well and good. But hey, let's turn over to the 50th anniversary. So I've already previously reviewed this Sonic screwdriver in a previous video, but as suffice to say, it comes with the same sound effects as the Wave 2 version. So it comes with those sound effects. I'm not going to bother diving into it, you'll just watch the video. But this is a 50th anniversary one, and there's a whole story behind why it's this colour. It is similar to this version of the 9th Doctor Sonic screwdriver, but as you can see, it's not quite the same. He makes a slightly lighter colour, and also it's got orange in the cracks. Whereas this one's more of a sort of creamy brown colour. But anyway, this one is still available from the BBC shop for £10.99. Now, I would personally just buy this as sort of a collector's piece because it is from the 50th anniversary, so it's part of that 50th anniversary merchandise. So that's all well and good, and now let's talk about the 9th Doctor Sonic screwdrivers from Wave 3. So here we have the 9th Doctor Sonic screwdriver from both Wave 3s. And as you can see, the original Wave 3 version was basically the same thing all over again, the same one as Wave 2, the same inaccurate sound effects, but with blue LED. However, for some reason they decided to paint the handle a really weird colour. I initially thought that they were trying to go for something like the 11th Doctor's blue enamel one, or something like that, and then just decided to call it the 9th Doctor one, though I was corrected on that. So, you people are correcting me. I know. I don't know everything, but I can learn. So you can see all the same information, and then they decide to release Wave 3 again. However, the Sonic screwdriver had a different slider and a different end cap, except it was in the same box as this, and then they re-released it one more time in this god-awful packaging. Pretty much the same information all the way over again, except this time you can see that there's no end caps, all one piece, and the slider is giving. It's very big and chunky compared to all the other releases. But is it more accurate? Yeah, but it's kind of like false advertising. It's like getting your hopes up. It's like, oh look, it looks like the button is on the slider, but it's actually not. It's just the actual screw. Oh god, when will character learn? And they are actually doing the same thing in Wave 4, except they're going to repaint the handle, so it's like the 10th Doctor Sonic screwdriver all over again. Hooray, another release of this. There's also worth mentioning the One Company replica just there, though I won't bother going through it because this video is already way too long. So, after this insane journey, how many 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic screwdriver toys do I own in total? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no, actually, no, that's a lie. That is a lie. 15 and 16. Now, this is a modified one, so it's not an official one, so there's not much point reviewing it. That's shown in the previous video, and this one is sort of like a custom 9th Doctor Sonic screwdriver with a blue LED. Thanks. An end cap. So there we go. 16 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic screwdrivers. Now, a lot of people are going to be thinking, you're mad, you're crazy, why have you bought this many? Bear it in mind that I didn't buy all of these at the same time. Yeah, I think the oldest one here is... No. The oldest one here is actually this one here. which used to be the one that came with the Sonic pen, which I then modified again and again. That's another video for another day. So, why did I buy this many? Well, it's the BBC shop's fault. They shouldn't have made them so cheap and so tempting to buy. You can see there's a bunch of them in the wrappers still. Which I'm not going to open because, you know, rare stuff is rare. Like the 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver at the back. I believe this one is probably slightly rarer, just because of the crackling on there. But anyway, that's it. If you do want to buy these, I will leave a link in the description for the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, which is £3. If I don't, then I'm being lazy. So you can comment in the section how I'm being lazy. The original 9th Doctor one just there, that one's extremely difficult to get. These days you can find it on eBay for about, I think, £40 to £60. So there you go. This one even harder. I only came across this one by chance. The 9th Doctor ones at the back, they're pretty common to get by these days, and the 50th anniversary one just poking out there. It's a bit hard to get. Sorry about the creak of the tripod and all these other things that have been happening. Thank you for bearing with me. That is it for this review. I hope I never ever have to review another 9th and 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver ever again. No, Sing 6 coming out in Wave 4, and I may possibly buy it because I'm absolutely insane. Got more money than Things at the minute. Maybe I'll buy it, I don't know. But anyway, I will see you next time. Bye bye.